dropping that knowledge on you.
I could not make this shit up.
With Kev Nash.
Oh, Hercules.
DJ Killer Kev.
Boss.
And Dizzle.
Let me tell you, boys, you can't make that shit up.
The inside. Real deal, straight up.
You crazy.
Hottest stories from the world of hip-hop.
This is Ludacris.
It's the big boss, Rick Ross.
What up? It's your boy Young Jeezy. This is 50 Cent.
Sports.
Some of those dunks were the most incredible dunks I've ever seen.
And what's popping in the DYT.
I couldn't make this shit up. I couldn't make this shit up if I tried. I'm sad that I lack the talent to make this shit up.
Here's Kev Nash, DJ Killer Kev, and A Dizzle.
You can't make this up podcast, Kev Nash.
DJ Killer Kev.
Hey, Dizzle.
Episode
386, 14 away from 400.
There it is. Now, everybody that rocks with our podcast know how we introduce this podcast. We say our names, we check in with each other, we check how the week was, we talk about our lives. I think that's what makes our podcast so unique, that we don't strictly focus on what's going on in pop culture.
Yeah.
But this week, we got to go the pop culture route early and often. I'm not even sure we're going to have time to check in to see how the week was. This weekend was so impactful in hip-hop. It was only right that we get a guest on this week's podcast that happens to do hip-hop music of his own. Flam is in the building, one of our favorite guests.
Hold on. He ain't just a guest. He an OG guest.
Yeah.
He was top 10, top 20 episode, like when we first started this whole thing, you know. So Flam, it's good to see you, brother. I don't see you every day. I follow you every day, but I don't see you every day, so it's good to see you, brother.
Same with you guys, man. I love when y'all call me back. I know it's probably y'all gonna provoke an opinion that'll probably be memed and jiffed and looped and all kind of shit again. So, let's do it.
All right, man. You know, I'm gonna quarterback this thing, man. So before we talk about what happened on Saturday, I think it's important for us to rewind what got us to Saturday.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe about 2-3 weeks ago, Metro and Future dropped an album, We Can't Trust You. And on that project, it seemed like a lot of shots at Drizzy Drake. And then we got confirmation about 8 songs in with Like That. That whole record is directed at Drake.
Fire.
And one Kendrick Lamar shoots some serious claims, some serious shots at Drake. And it was on. It was on and popping from that standpoint. So I gave my opinion. Dizzle gave his opinion. Killer gave his opinion. From that moment right there, Flan, what was your thoughts?
Oh shit. I was already looking forward to the Future album before you get these little trail bit mixes of the Future album's coming out. It's dissing Drake. And it was like, okay, wonder where that came from. So, I'm listening to the album, the first song, I can kind of hear a few little subliminals. And then I'm kind of like, damn, so he's just going to diss him through the whole album? Like, okay. So me and my girl, we listened to the album in the living room on the sound bar. And I go out the living room and I hear the dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. Well, I already know that's the E40 and Hot Boy sample. So I'm like, what? Future did this? So the song come on, his verse come on, the hook come on. I'm like, man, this shit crazy. Now, you know how they've been doing lately where the features aren't listed on the song titles when they first hit the streaming platform. So I'm just listening, and I've seen people saying on Facebook how Kendrick is on there, or he on certain song doing this and the other, but I don't know what song he on. So when his verse come on, I just felt the energy. Like it was just like an eyebrow raising, neck turning moment of like, oh shit. So I'm processing so many things. Like, damn, Cole, you in the middle of some shit. Because he's not really talking to you. But you on Drake's team right now, so he talking to you in that regard, but he really talking to him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, bro. Like it's always been like a little quiet conversation of Drake and Kendrick be throwing shots at each other, but it's never been like this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn. All right, well, and then I feel like Kendrick was smart for doing this because I feel like the production selection and the crowd, the demographic tuned into this album is totally a little bit more dumbed down than his crowd and his beat selection. So this was like the perfect mass attention. Like if the world's watching this without even him being on this and Drake, like this a different type of attention.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was just crazy for him to do that with on this platform. Because the hood, when Kendrick dropped an album, I wouldn't say the hood is just talking about it or riding around listening to it like the streets in a sense.
Yeah,
This is a whole different gossip.
Yeah, for
Like
real.
if you put that seed in this soil, it's gonna grow a different type of way. You feel me? So
Yeah.
I just feel like when I heard that, I knew like knowing how I say this is a bigger demographic, bigger crowd, bigger platform. He wouldn't have did that if he don't got his own song ready.
Okay, so then on the heels of that, you know, going into Dreamville Fest, my guy
Ooh.
J. Cole jumps into the arena, says, "Okay, ain't no big three. That was my bar on first person shooter. Like you said, I'm attached to Drake. I'm on tour with Drake. I'd have made a lot of money with Drake on this tour. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on another project right now. I'm in album mode. Okay, I'm gonna do 7-minute drill. Goes at Kendrick. Now we had our takes at that, and it was received as a mid diss record, at least from me. Dizzle spoke on it, Killer spoke on it. So we taped that podcast Sunday morning. We give our opinions on it. We were hyped to see him perform it at Dreamville Fest, and we lay head to pillow. The next morning we wake up, J. Cole apologizes to Kendrick. So what was your thoughts about this track 7-minute drill by itself?
I just didn't feel like this wasn't gonna do it.
Wah,
Like-
wah, wah.
That wasn't the one.
What? No, because I'm gonna be honest.
Enough.
Because you're not mad.
Yeah.
He's mad. Like you don't go against a mad person you don't shrug off a mad person.
Yeah.
Like you're underestimating what he could do out of his anger. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm like, man, this tone is too. It's not aggressive enough. Like it's too.
Not at all.
It's too friendly.
Yeah.
Even when he said the line about like on New Jack City with Nino Brown and G Money, like I'm gonna shed a tear before I put it. He's not gonna shed a tear, bro. He's gonna smoke you.
He ain't want blood, and the people wanted blood.
We want blood.
So hearing the track, I wasn't really moved, but I felt like he did his due diligence and the entitlement of his speedy response. I respected that. I respected you came with a project, you capitalizing on the fact that all the attention is on your reply. So you put your reply on a project which garnered more attention to just your brand in general. I was fucking with that. Not necessarily just overhyped and a fan of the song, but I like the rollout, especially knowing like, oh, and he got Dreamville this weekend. Like,
Yeah.
you really trying to capitalize on this. So when I heard the apology, I was just confused. Like,
Nah, man. The whole thing to me is a
Go
shrug. It's a shrug to me, man. Just looking back, because for one, Kendrick didn't even diss J. Cole for real. He had a shot, maybe a jab. That's it though. So for J. Cole to make a whole song about it, like you could have just do a jab back, kept it light, barred him a couple, you know what I'm saying? But
you should have kept it light because the whole song being about him is going to make him more mad. And now that jab wasn't even
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Could have kept it light, gave him a couple bars, because now niggas ain't even checking out the project for real. I don't know if have y'all went back to the album outside of the song.
He apologized before I could.
I like the
project. He apologized before I could go back to the project.
I really like the project. I fucks with it. I like the project. If you take that 7-minute drill off there, which is not on there on streaming sites anymore, I think it makes it a better project. That song sticks out like a sore thumb to me. So Sunday, like I said, when we go to bed, you know what I'm saying, whatever, we wake up, first thing I see in the morning is J. Cole apologized to Kendrick. So Dizzle, You're a huge Kendrick guy. I'm a huge J. Cole guy. What did you think about J. Cole apologizing to the kid from Compton?
Trash, man. Trash. Disappointed. We was all waiting on this moment. J.
We were
Cole
all
been
rooting
calling
for
them
you.
out. Bro, we was rooting for this for hip hop, man. The titans of the game right now, all ready and barred up. This is what we've been waiting on. So just disappointment, man, because I guess he saw how messy it was about to get and was, I don't want no parts of this.
But you did it.
It would have
Now
been better
here's
off if he never just jumped in there like
oh
that.
no, he should have never jumped in there like that
He's-
because now Kendrick's entitled to responding.
Yeah.
Did
Killer, what did
anybody
you
find
think?
it funny? Did anybody find it funny that he named it Might Delete Later?
He always doing that. He always doing that. That's like his catchphrase. Might delete later. Like he always do that. Like on like little
Nah.
songs, little singles he be dropping, little
It
Lucy's or
hit
whatever.
different when he actually deleted it later.
He actually followed through on it. Killer, what did
Yeah.
you think about the apology, man?
Yeah, it was like Dizzle said, disappointment. It was one of those things where the energy was up. The energy was up in for music and for hip hop, and it could have just took off more and more and more. It's still gonna make the end of the year skills rap freestyle. It's still a moment, but it just wasn't. It was kind of like going to the NBA game and the stars ain't playing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, for me, being like the J. Cole stand on this podcast, like I've always said this. I've always said that I think that Kendrick is a better rapper than J. Cole. But, in today's climate, they force you to pick a side. So I've been standing on the J. Cole side simply because I think overall that J. Cole has a better catalog than Kendrick. Not a very popular opinion, I know, but that's my opinion about the music that they drop. But I've always said I think Kendrick is a better rapper. So when Cole responded with at best is a mid reply, I was highly disappointed at the reply. I was like, man, I know you can come better than that. I know you can rap better than this. This is just not it. So when I wake up on Monday and hear the apology, I'm just floored. So me and Killer, we early risers. So I'm on my way to the gym. I'm texting y'all like y'all niggas are wide awake, everything like that. I just fired off about 8 text messages before, 5:30 in the morning. So I'm listening to this apology, this 5-minute apology, and I'm thinking to myself, nigga, I'm glad I haven't gone to Dreamville Fest because if I'd have went, I've been throwing tomatoes on the stage. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, this is not the wave, dog. So I was highly disappointed in my guy Drake, J. Cole. I'm still a fan, but I was glad we did the pod that Sunday before because if we'd have did a Monday pod like today, I probably would have said some shit that I regretted. And in my head, I was like, man, this dude just killed hip hop. Like I think J. Cole killed hip hop. But thank goodness, and I never thought I'd say this. Thank goodness for the kid from Canada. Drake claps back at everybody, namely Kendrick Lamar. Push-ups. We're gonna go to Dizzle first because he's the Kendrick guy on here. What was your first reaction? Where was you at when you heard the record? Go ahead.
Well, let me cue the applause because if you can recall, I said time is of the essence, and once that nigga gets off tour, that nigga dropped. That's all I was asking for is when you done with the shows, let's get to this business. And he dropped. What one thing that I don't like about this whole scenario is all the different leaks and the AI. Like,
oh man.
So I heard the first version. I guess it had a different slowed up beat. Some bars was different, and the question is like, is this real? Like, is this AI or is this an actual drop? So I don't even know what's real at this point. Some other songs done dropped, and I'm like, damn, is this part of the beef? And niggas saying, nah, that's unreleased. Like, these are demos. It's mayhem right now, but the shit was fire. I thought he did his thing, man. It's up there with his back-to-back response, and I think it's good enough to other niggas gotta respond to this. It's good enough to where they gotta pay attention.
I won't go that far as back to back. I think back to back is a top 3 diss record of all time. Like back to back is legendary. This is good. This is very good. It ain't no back to back though. This ain't no back to back. Like back to back.
Can I say why I don't think it's a back to back? Because Meek Mill made it too easy. He made it too easy. This a whole different situation and scenario.
Yeah.
He going up against like 6 niggas.
Yeah, true that. True. No,
and I think we gotta have I think after this we gotta have a separate conversation about the other guys because there's so many people other than Kendrick versus Drake. This is kind of insane.
So shit. We there with it. Who deserves replies? Who deserves full reply records? Obviously, Kendrick deserves a full reply. Does Future deserve a full reply?
Yeah,
most definitely.
Does Metro?
I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I think they've given Drake his summer.
Yeah,
like he's gonna break this down and get the most out of this that he possibly can. Because I feel like now his energy is overall this. I don't think this is his energy for one. He's not gonna make 3 songs like this and then make a pop song. I think he's about to like spin all summer.
We here for it.
Yeah,
we here for it.
I love the diss record. I just feel like Cole just made it. He made it just so weird, man. Like I'm not a person that's against progression and growth. So his apology, it's not like I disagree with it. You just said it after you didn't agree with it. Like we never saw this before. Like we never saw someone take their diss back. Like this is kind of, and now like you said about ruining hip hop, I wouldn't go as far as to say he's ruined hip hop. I just feel like he's ruined. He can't ever diss or battle anyone again.
Right.
That's what I was about to ask. Like, how's he gonna come? Because his whole last 2-3 year run was, I'm the best right now. Ain't nobody fucking with me.
And that's where it gets weird because I've been even on record saying I feel like in the last year J. Cole is the best rapper in the world right now, and I feel like in the big 3 he's the smallest one. Like as far as star power, you know what I'm saying? He's just now getting elite and at a level where he's chart topping, he's verse of the year caliber conversation, different level of things where Kendrick and Drake had that down there 10 years ago.
Right.
So
right.
With that being said, it's just weird that this was your chance to claim your stake in what you call yourself. Like you be doing little slick shit like saying friendly things like we all the greatest, we the 3 greatest, but I'm the greatest.
Yeah, but I'm Ali.
Yeah, you be doing that a lot. You feel me? So it's like, you know, a lot of people online compared it to when Trey on Boys in the Hood said, "Let me out the car," but you didn't even you said, "Let me out the car" after y'all already did the drive by.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, man.
They know you was in on it now, so I'm just wondering, is Kendrick gonna spare you of a direct reply because you did that? Because he deserves to reply to from Kendrick right now.
Man, it's sticky for Cole, man, because I think, you know, just like sitting on it for like a week or whatever, I think he wants to battle, but not in this way. Like he don't want it to get messy. So to
speak. But that's why you shouldn't have got in it because y'all. Kendrick is saying you a bitch.
Yeah.
You got on there and said I can rap better than you.
Yeah,
that's not what he's saying.
Different things. These are two different things. Like these rap battles have become roasting on steroids. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Roasting with and rhyming words together. So that leaves Killer. What did you think about the record, the push-ups record? 50 push-ups.
I definitely like the record. I like the reply, but to kind of piggyback on some of y'all's thoughts about the ruining hip hop, I do think that J. Cole is ruining hip hop because one of the foundations, you know, MCing, breakdancing, DJing, graffiti, all that is foundations of hip hop. So for you not to be MC battle rapping, like that's up there on the list of importance of hip hop. So it's gonna turn the next generation into, nah, I ain't gotta do that. I don't want to do that. I don't need to do that. And we want that as
Very
fans.
cringy. Very cringy.
Yeah, we want that as fans. So that thought for sure. But I mean, he came out the gate with some lines. He was, like you said, he was talking to everybody, and it grabbed my attention. I mean, I could never be nobody's number one fan. First number one, I put in your hand.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he had bars for everybody, man. Rick Ross has joined the chat. We gonna get into Rick Ross.
Oh,
shit, we there with Ross. So, like you said, he took shots at Ross. He took shots at basically everybody who came at him.
White boy.
Ross. Now, look, man, I have a love-hate relationship with Ross. Half the time, I don't know if I'm laughing at him or with him. He's hella entertaining. Ross replied to Drake within 2 hours. So to speak to Dizzle's point about a snappy reply, that's your guy. He's on it. And to my point about, Drake, make sure it's the right one. So for Drake's time, he made sure the shit was right. But Ross ain't give two shits. He jumped right into the studio and released Champagne Moments. And I mean, the actual raps are okay. I mean, even the first verse seems like a throwaway verse from Ross. It just seems like some regular Ross talk. Second verse, he gets into more depth about actually talking about Drake. But the biggest takeaways from the song is the last 30 seconds of the shit talking. I mean, the you got a BBL, you had lipo with a 6-pack, you got a big nose, white boy, Killer speaking from our mixed brother on this podcast. For sure.
Half of me was laughing, half of me was hurting. No, I mean, so I'm kind of with you with the Ross shit. Ross he's entertaining, but I think he's almost to a point where the rapping isn't entertaining. Like, he's entertaining in other ways as equal to the rapping. So it was expected. I do like, just hopping in, giving us the rap and posting that shit. That's what we want. That's what we, have a couple mess ups, have a couple, whatevers. But like keep it raw and uncut. That's gonna put you on a different level of acceptance in this here situation. So
yeah,
that alone, gives him a couple claps. But other than that, man, Ross just be Rossing, and he ain't had nothing that's grabbed my attention since he was at Club Cream doing shows and I was DJing. So that's it.
The shit was funny though, and he's standing on it. The nigga, he probably got some new shit on Instagram right now talking about his BBL, bro. This shit is
hilarious, bro. So I was in Columbus this weekend. I went to the Nicki show and I went to the Ohio State spring game. So like all this shit is happening while I'm like, up there in the mix hanging out and everything like that. And it just kept on going and going and going and going, man. I will say I probably should not be laughing as much as I am at him calling him white boy. Like, part of me thinks it's freaking hilarious. Another part of me thinks like, man, it's a little on the crossing the line side, man. So, Flan, what did you think about the record?
I respect and appreciate the speedy response. But I feel like with Drake coming with his first bar being about giving guys their first number one, it just started making me kind of look at things a lot differently. Like, all of these things y'all saying about this nigga wasn't lame when y'all was doing songs with him and he was taking y'all number one.
Exactly.
And that's how the rap game worked. Like, motherfuckers, like when I'm listening to all these people like gang up on Drake, I'm like, damn, so y'all never liked Drake this whole time?
No.
Like, that's how the rap game is. People use you while they don't like you at the same time.
That's the entertainment business. That ain't just rap. That's how entertainment is. I mean, look at Hollywood. Like, that's how motherfuckers are users, bro.
And that's a weird thing to mentally process. Like, you don't like me and you're using me. So you're pretending to like me enough to use me, all while not liking me at the same time.
Right.
So, I look at that like that. And I mean, I really look at this and really I give Drake a lot of credit for his response being so good and covering so many responses because it's so many people dissing him right now. Like,
And
that's not easy to do. Like, that was kind of like some Eminem 8 Mile type shit. You feel me?
and the song led into another song. Let's not act like I'm looking at my phone now to just see when this nigga drop. Cause that
And that's
second
what I'm
song
saying.
sound like it's
It's
about
so
to be
many.
alright too.
Yeah, because there's so many people to respond to. I feel like he's got a clip.
Yeah.
He's got about 8 or 9 of these to run off.
Man.
And they're gonna be some bops too. It's not about to just be
Yeah.
bars. Like he gonna throw a hook on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to see just where this all goes. And
So-
it's just it's weird again to just see Cole check out of the race.
Before
Go for it, bro.
before we move on, I just want to ask this question: Is Cole now allowed to get mad and do something?
No,
It's too late.
Yes.
too late.
Okay.
He said himself he's not allowed to get mad.
Okay.
It's too late. Yeah.
You
I-
you already contradicted yourself by rapping and then saying you shouldn't have done it. You can never do this again.
Yeah. Because we never thought he was gonna get aggressive with Cole. So the bars was cool. Keep it light, but you can't go halfway in and then jump out and then think you about to jump back in.
Like y'all said, he wasn't even talking to him. He gave him a light little couple.
Like a move out the way.
Yeah.
And you jumped out there. You jumped.
here
It's
with
like
him, move
it's
out
like
the
he
way.
jumped in front of Drake to take Drake's shot for him.
Yeah.
I
Like
think
this.
he can. I think eventually he can reply. Like if he gets more shots his way. Like if he turns into like the Drake in this situation where everybody thinks that they can just talk to him recklessly. Like
As soon as he
imagine, like,
replied, no matter how good his reply is, they're going to turn him into a meme.
the new
They're
era,
going to say
boy.
he probably about to be sorry for this too.
Yeah.
Might delete
Like,
again.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we got a title for this.
There we go.
Might delete again, bro. Might delete again.
Man.
Literally.
So what happens next? What's the next move? Who drops the next album? Does Drake drop another one before Kendrick can drop another one? Does Kendrick come out with one? Like, what's next?
The scary thing about Kendrick is this is not the pace he's used to releasing music at.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But does that also mean he got 1,000 on deck?
He better.
Nah, that don't mean that because
You know,
his anger is new.
yeah. You
So-
can tell that he's doing it off of the responses and he's doing it the right way. You can definitely tell. But I just wonder if he got the foundations already set. He just got to come in and throw in a couple today current events and he out of there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. I really don't have a clue. Only thing I know that's gonna happen is Drake's not gonna stop.
Dizzle, since you are the Kendrick guy on this situation, are you nervous for your boy?
Nah. I'm loving it though, man. Cause I like Drake. I like J. Cole. I like Kendrick. I'm loving it. But nah. Cause I think he's ready. He ain't gonna jump out there and not have nothing ready. He's sitting
With you being a Kendrick guy, will you say, is it safe to say that you're excited that this is gonna make him rap more often than he normally raps?
Most definitely, because like we all know Kendrick is dropping once every 4 years. Like
Do you hope that, or do you really think he's gonna keep it coming?
He's dropping something. He ain't about to just sit there and let Drake keep throwing haymakers, because Drake got another hit. He got another something coming. Kendrick got to come out.
And Drake respects it enough to where when you hit a giant, you can't give him time to recover from the hit you hit with him the first time. That's why Drake's not gonna stop, because he knows y'all trying to kill me. I gotta kill y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last thing on this before we move on to other topics, man. Do y'all think that this whole situation with Kendrick, J. Cole, Ross, Future, Metro Boomin, ultimately, do you think that Drake gets treated differently than everybody else? Because I mean, you see Ross with the white boy comments and stuff like that, and then you hear, well, it's 20 verse 1. Why y'all picking on him and stuff like that? Do y'all think he get treated differently?
Drake be throwing shots at everybody in the rap game, and sometimes we just don't be catching it, bro. It's niggas on Twitter breaking it down. The 20 times Drake done sub somebody and they baby mama, like he really be out here, and he had it coming.
What about you, Killer?
Yeah, I'm with Dizzle. He had it coming. It was gonna happen because Drake don't give a shit. He'll come out with that. He'll have the upper hand until he come out with that singing song again, and then people don't like the singing stuff. They want to hear him just rap, and then he playing with what like Flim said the whole summer here. He playing right into what he want to do. So, and that's his strong suit. Is he's been in front of this multiple battles or multiple beefs. So this ain't round 1 for him. This is like round 3 or 4. So he definitely know what to do.
It's been smoky before. He knows what to do.
Yeah.
But I feel like people always get mad at Drake's political ability to be a unicorn. It's not his fault that he's white and black. It's not his fault that he's American and Canadian. It's not his fault that he can rap and sing. It's not his fault that he has his own Jordans. Like all these reasons people have to know him, he has a whole nother country. Like, and he got in the swap out between all these people is he gave them number 1s and they gave him street cred.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It was a fair exchange, but at the end of the day, before he had the street cred, he still had all those other things working for him that they don't. Right. So it's just he's a more global artist just from the get-go.
Yeah, my last thing about it is I do think he gets treated differently, but in a different aspect. I did the crazy thing by being, trapped on social media waiting for replies to records, and then I got into the comments and I'm reading shit. And people just like they're picking on him and things of that nature, and the whole white boy mom and nose job and shit. Like, and then it took me back to when he was on LeBron's show, The Shop, and him saying, "Hey man, Pusha T just took it too far, and I gracefully bow out." Like, yeah, Pusha T's wrong for that. He shouldn't have did that. Who the hell is Pusha T anyway? Who does he think he is? And then like, hey man, you can't call him white boy. That's not right. Like I just think like people just be like making up excuses for him and telling us in hip hop what's fair and not fair to use. Like the only things I think that is unfair to like kind of take shots at is wives and kids. And Drake has been known for taking shots at people's wives. That's what got him into the shit with Pusha T. That's what's gonna get him into the shit with Kendrick by mentioning Whitney. So. Hey, just know if you keep talking about people's wives, that niggas is really gonna come with the heat. So, hey man, as long as it stays on wax, I'm 100% here for it.
Hell yeah.
And I feel like they have to treat him differently because he has the ball and he won't give it back. Like, look at how, like when Tiger was on top, when Jordan was on top, when Brady was on top, like the world just starts to hate you when you win all the time. I don't care who else wins. Somebody else, just let somebody else win.
Indeed.
And that's where it is right now with the rap game with him.
Shit, man, we got a whole bunch more topics to go through, man. So let's run through the rest of this entertainment biz real quick, man. Shouts out to Missy Elliott. She is headlining her first tour, which seems insane. She's going on tour with Busta Rhymes, Sierra, and Timberland. What's y'all quick thoughts about that?
Yeah, that was my first thought. Was this her first headliner? But she been on one of those, to herself, introverted type of artist. So I'm happy to see her get out and run some of these hits that she got. So
for sure. I don't know if she was dealing with some health stuff for some years. I don't know if she still is, but shout out to her hitting the road.
Yeah.
I think it's dope because I guess it wasn't many female hip hop artists headlining their own tours in her era. We kind of see female artists do that a lot now, like newer artists. So it's crazy to look at a legendary artist like her and think she never done that before. So I'm
Right.
super happy for her. That's dope.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed. The state confirms that Gunner will not be called as a witness in the Young Thug YSL Rico trial.
New Gunna album on the way.
Bittersweet tour in Columbus on May 4th. Win tickets at hot1029.com.
Hey, that's for real, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
So says TMZ.
I'm talking about the tour you said.
Oh yeah, it's happening for sure.
Yeah, hey, that's
him and
crazy.
Flo Milli.
You guys think that'll still like reverse people's opinions about him?
I think nowadays, if that nigga come out with a hit, it's a hit, man. Same with
fuck you mean.
Yeah.
That's all he needed, and he been dropping fire. Like I'm tuned in.
I mean, like far as like artists working with him again.
You see, Offset jumped on the track with him. Like he keep niggas need hits. If Gunna got the sauce, niggas is gonna jump on it regardless.
We've seen that with Drake. Like people really didn't like him, but still did music with him because they needed a hit record. They needed to make some money. Niggas don't care, man. It ain't even about who you like nowadays. It's about hey man, you got the record that's you got played a million times on the radio. It's gonna give me some spins and streams and get me doing these club dates. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Silly me. We just said that.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, I remember when "Fuck You Mean" came out, and that was in the height of people was not fucking with Gunna, and it took me even a second to like listen to the project. Had to kind of do it at like 5 a.m. underneath the blanket. Like, let me check this out. But the songs, like you say, when you got a hit, motherfuckers do not care.
Indeed, man. 2 more before we jump into these sports topics, man. Gotta say RIP to a great DJ. DJ Mr. C passed away last week at the young age of 57 years old. People not familiar with Mr. C, he was Biggie's DJ. He's the one that basically got Biggie put on, man. So RIP to Mr. C.
The closer.
Was it this? It was the DJ. He got the water bottle thrown at him.
Nah, that wasn't Mr. C.
that was some random local in some random town.
Mr. C would never.
A water bottle thrown at him is insane.
Yeah.
Oh man, another hip hop RIP, and this really hurt me on Saturday, man, because it kind of got lost in the mix of the Ross and the Drake response records and everything. Rico Wade of the Dungeon family, 1/3 of Organized Noise, passed away, 52 years young, man. I mean, people unfamiliar with, Organized Noise, go ahead and do yourself a favor. Go ahead and watch that documentary on Netflix. I mean, they obviously with Outkast, obviously with Goody Mob, TLC. I mean, Rico Wade is Future's older cousin, so the lineage is there for making hits, man. So RIP to Rico Wade. I actually did a new throwback dedicated to him today on the station, man. So RIP to Rico Wade, man, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. That was definitely swept under the rug with all of the other news, and it was a shocker because that was out of nowhere. That was a shocker.
Yeah, man, made a couple tracks on Killer Mike's latest project that he won a Grammy on. Made some tracks with Travis Scott, man. So like it wasn't just, songs from the 90s. He was still making music to this very day, man. So this is a devastating loss, man, for sure, man. And anybody out there that thought they was gonna get a new Outkast album, you can kiss that goodbye. That's never happening now. Andre is not making more hip hop music. It's gonna be more flute music. He is not making music without Rico Wade, man. He's just not.
Facts.
It made me kind of think about how Future felt with all this stuff going on, spawning from his albums. Not saying it's his fault, but it's like that puts this in perspective of, man, this is stupid.
Yeah.
So I just kind of for a minute I thought about that, like, because that's his real like super inspiration of how he's in the game.
Yeah.
Learned a lot. I know he learned pretty much a lot from him. So
yeah,
it just made me
crazy,
think about
man.
that for a second.
Crazy. Young Dizzle could you take over on the sports, man? It's a lot of sports topics, man. The world is your oyster. Go
Sheesh.
for it, brother.
Yeah. So wait, we never talked about the March Madness. Like so much shit has gone on in this
That's
one
what
week.
I said. That's what I said. Like this whole ep is quick hitters, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Shout outs to UConn. I think Kev Killer, you predicted this as well. UConn pretty much ran the tables for the men's March Madness. Shout outs to them. And then South Carolina, man. Shout outs to the what's the South Carolina Gamecocks? Shout outs to them.
Yep.
Don Staley finished with a perfect season, 38-0.
Guys, I'm glad we didn't go around the table on the male finals because I watched like a half of it, and this is the first year that I can ever admit that I don't know anything about men's college basketball because I only watch women's.
The women's game is where it's at. That's where the stars is at.
It's going crazy right now. I think they about to change the WNBA.
WNBA draft going on right now. Shouts out to the ladies, man. They definitely killing it.
Yes, sir. What else we got? Let's talk about the play-in. NBA play-in. What is this? The third year of them doing this? LeBron has been featured in the play-in every year.
Man.
It's going down Tuesday. I think who we got Tuesday?
Lakers, Pelicans, Warriors, Kings.
Y'all got it.
The Lake Show.
Lake Show by 50.
And Mr. Fox and Company.
Ooh.
I'm green lighting that Kings pick. I'm green lighting.
Yes, sir.
Now LeBron, they just played New Orleans. What was that? Yesterday, day before yesterday?
Yeah.
LeBron looked in incredible shape. Like he was running around like this was not the end of the season. Like
because
he
for
was
the
moving very fluid.
The last 7 to 10 years, the stars pace themselves for this moment, so they should all be feeling good, or be ready. They should all be ready.
They blew him out by like 20 to 30. So I mean, it should be a replay of that. Is Brandon Ingram back yet?
Yeah, he's back. He was limited minutes the last game, but he's back. I mean, Anthony Davis, shocker, is questionable.
Yeah, he was in the game at the end of the game, and then he got. Man, I'm watching the game and I'm thinking, man, LeBron is running fast all game. Anthony Davis is still in the game. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and y'all up by 20 plus.
Yeah,
get them out the game. Somebody might get hurt.
Right.
I looked at the TV again. Anthony Davis was like. I'm like, damn, bro. You, of all people.
Right.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about it, he played a career high 76 games.
76.
That's crazy. But it just seems like he always hurt, man. But shouts out to AD, man. I think the Lakers win that game and officially lock down that 7th seed. So y'all think the Kings gonna get that get back over the Warriors?
Warriors ain't the same.
No, they're not. But damn, you can't bet against Steph. I don't know. That's tough.
Hey, we sure are just talking like,
It's still Steph. It's one game. All they gotta win is that one. Now
I tell people all the time.
Lakers Warriors.
When Steph Curry get hot, his ears be red, his hands, his fingers be red, his arms be red. He can turn red, and then everything's just over. So I don't know. I'm picking Kings only if Steph Curry doesn't turn into Steph Curry.
No doubt.
Wednesday we got the East play-in, Miami Heat going up against the Sixers, and then we got the Hawks versus the Bulls. Who y'all got?
It's Heat culture. It's playoff Jimmy time, dog. Going up against Philly. After how Philly did him, they got Ben Simmons over Jimmy Butler. It's Jimmy time with me, bruh. And I can see it in your face. Why don't you like Jimmy Butler?
I don't know, man. Not over Joe. He's not about to beat Joel Embiid, bro.
Last year.
He's not about to beat Joel Embiid.
If LeBron would have did that, you'd have been going insane.
You mean Pat Beverly? Pat Beverly in the show now.
Man,
nah. I got Philly and I got the Hawks.
Oh
That
man.
sound right. That sound right.
Um,
Then I got the Heat beating the Hawks.
I got the Heat and I got Shot Town. I'm gonna go with DeMar and the boys to go ahead and get the Hawks up out the paint.
this is a tough one because both games are very evenly matched teams. So it's hard for me to see a clear-cut favorite in either one. I know Joel's just coming back. I know Jimmy is a different type of player in times like this. Um, I'm gonna go Miami and I'm gonna go Atlanta's just so iffy. I don't know too much about Chicago this year too much, so I'm
Atlanta,
gonna
no
go
Trey
Atlanta.
Young.
No Trey Young, never mind. I'm going Chicago. Yeah, damn, I ain't know that man had Trey Young. That's bad.
What else we got? Anything else in the NBA? What's the dude named? Jonte Porter could be banned. I think we all saw this coming. He's the dude from, I think he played for the Raptors, got caught up betting betting his unders.
Ridiculous. How dumb can
He
you
was
be,
betting
bro?
on himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the unders, not even like the overs, like you are, nigga. I'm about to go kill these niggas. Like you could play that off, like yeah, nigga. I'm just going. I'm betting on myself, like Pete Rose did back in the day. Like I'm betting on my team to win. What's the big deal? He went on the unders and then decided like, oh, I got a stomach ache. I can't play. Nigga,
Yeah.
You're out of here, nigga. You're about
Right.
to be playing in Siberia, bro.
Yeah.
It's over.
What's the dude named baseball player? Shuhei Otani. I think we sticking with the same. Wait, is this old news? This is old news. Y'all know he about to get up out the paint too.
No, actually, the feds claim that his interpreter really did do all this. He fleeced his management. He fleeced the bank. You know what I'm saying? He started talking 2 languages at once at the bank to transfer this money. So apparently, according to the federal government, that this dude really was out here scheming out of Otani's pocket. So looks like Otani might be in the clear. I don't believe it though.
I was about to say, how convenient.
Free Pete Rose.
This the dude that got $500 million, right?
700.
700 million.
Yes, sir.
And then he don't even take his salary yearly or some shit.
He only getting
he
20
deferred
million
it.
for the rest of like 20 or 30 million or something for like the couple of years, and the bulk of that shit is coming when he's long done with baseball.
Yeah, the bulk of it, he getting like when he's 40 years old.
Like every year, Bobby Bonilla style.
But way more. But
like
way
75 million a year, I think it was. For like
700 million sounds insane.
Yes, it does.
Like it'd be crazy how like you gotta have trailblazers and everything. So the people that paved the way for shit like this would never in their life see $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
And without what they done, it would be nobody getting 700 million.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, shoot, today is Jackie Robinson Day in Major League Baseball.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And I'm actually reading this book called $40 Million Slave, and it's a segment on Jackie Robinson and how not only him but the Negro Leagues saved baseball, because we were at World War II and a lot of the Major League Baseball players went overseas. Some died, didn't come back, and like Major League Baseball was stale. So what did they do? They went to the Negro Leagues to get that swag, to get people watching baseball again. So
Kansas City Monarchs.
You already know what it is. You already know what it is. So like obviously players like Jackie Robinson, Larry Doby, like they changed the game. And then when Willie Mays came with that extra swag, making backhanded catches for no reason, you know what I'm saying, hat slightly tilted to the side, like white folks was mad, but they still was watching because these brothers could really ball.
Yeah.
Baseball is very swaggy right now. I'm gonna say it. It's a lot more urban than it's been in the last decade or two.
Yeah.
I like it.
We coming back. We coming back to the game, man.
Even the Latin community is super hip hop in baseball.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Did we talk about OJ? I don't know if we missed that one, man. R.I.P. to OJ Simpson. 76 years old, battled with prostate cancer. I didn't know he was battling cancer. I think he was on what's the podcast with
It Is What It Is.
Okay. I don't know if he was a regular on there, but I definitely see him recently. Looked good, but yeah, 76 years old, man. I know that's y'all dude, right?
R.I.P. to the Juice.
The
The
Juice.
Juice. Shit. Yeah, I mean,
Somebody said they thought OJ the Juice Man died. They about to start playing some music.
Damn.
I was like, boy, internet crazy.
man,
Internet
oh
crazy.
man.
That's crazy because they probably really thought that.
Right,
That's
for real.
hilarious. That's hilarious. So for people that are unaware about OJ, do yourself a favor, go ahead and watch the 30 for 30. It's a 5-part documentary on Netflix. It goes through everything, you know what I'm saying? His youth, his high school, his college career, pro career, and then around like episode 3, that's when we get to the shits. And when I say the shits, I'm talking about murder, nigga. So it gets to that, and then the last episode about him with his merchandise, his signed merchandise, him running up in the hotel with some goons to go get his shit back and ultimately sent his ass to jail. It was a crazy time, man. Obviously, Dizzle, I don't even think you were you alive when that happened?
92.
Oh yeah,
yeah. You was 2 years old.
Yeah, you was like
Hey.
2 or 3 years old.
You was barely breathing.
Fun fact about my involvement in the OJ chase from the police.
Shit!
I was in line in Disneyland on a family vacation, June whatever 1994. When he drove by, the police sirens was so loud you could hear it through the whole park. Yeah, it was crazy. They drove right by the Disneyland.
I remember when that shit interrupted the finals.
Yeah.
The Knicks and the Rockets.
Knicks and Rockets, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, man. I mean, I just remember watching that shit on TV. Like, nigga, when the game coming back on?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And like,
and it didn't come back on.
No, it didn't. You watch the fucking nigga riding down the highway in a Bronco.
Man, what?
They put that shit like on the very bottom half of the screen, like super tiny, like picture in picture.
Yeah.
Probably like the biggest thing I remember about the whole shit was everybody black was rooting for OJ to get off.
Yeah.
But I vividly remember my mom and my uncle, RP to my Uncle Harry. He was trying to explain to me and my brother why, like, nah, this nigga's a piece of shit. And, you know, you get older, you read things and you watch a documentary, you realize, like, wait, this nigga was a fucking sellout. Like, you know, when the black community, you know what I'm saying, quote unquote, needed him, he wasn't there. But we were there for him in his time of need. And then once he got off, he was at all the black churches, you know what I'm saying, putting on dashikis and yada, yada, yada. But eventually, over time, he faded back into the person that it really was, which is a sellout. So I'm not celebrating his death or his passing. I'm not doing anything. I'm just remembering, oh, what a time to be alive in 1995.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see, and I got to go back and watch the 30 for 30 again, because how you spoke on like the early stages of his life and him in the college and pros and shit like that. A lot of people don't know OJ is from the projects of San Francisco.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know, like, it was a rapper, like I was watching a Larry June video the other day. My girl was like, I said, he's from San Francisco. She said, he's from San Francisco. His family probably had money then. I said, no, he's from the projects. She said, they don't got projects in San Francisco. I said, yes, they do. And I seen Hunter's Point, the projects where they say OJ from, man, this is the biggest projects I ever seen. And like I said, I want to go back and watch the early episodes of the 30 for 30, but I want to see a real urban documentary on OJ. I want to know how black was OJ for real.
Right.
He said it. I'm not black. I'm OJ. That's what the nigga said. Like,
no, I know that, but I'm talking about before.
Ever say that to me, I'm walking right away.
Yeah.
I know I can't fuck with you.
That's like saying I'm not black. I'm Tiger Woods.
Right.
Because Tiger Woods, and that makes more sense because Tiger Woods is a mixture of races.
Yeah.
No, you OJ, nigga, you black.
Indeed, man. Couple quick hitters before we slide up out of here, man. Speaking of somebody that's a great broadcaster and passed away, Stuart Scott, they got a 30 for 30 about his life and his legendary sports career coming to ESPN very soon.
I was hyped about that.
Yeah, that was Probably my favorite Sports Center anchor when I would watch it for like the 7 straight times in a row before you return it. Back in them days, yeah.
I'm not the only one that used to watch it till I knew it by heart, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hell yeah,
Exactly.
just watch it over and over for sure.
Man,
Exactly. You knew what segment was coming up next. Like, I'll be back and get some water. I'll be back and catch this.
Oh yeah, he had 2 home runs. He had 2 home runs, 5 RBIs last night. I seen this couple
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Stuart Scott was Stephen A before Stephen A.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the crazy thing about it. From the way we watch sports or ESPN today, it's all opinion based. You know, when he was on there, you know what I'm saying, he was really just broadcasting the highlights and the news and stuff like that, but he brought that swag that we always do, man.
He was taking risks with the swag.
As cool as the other side of the pillow.
Booyah.
Yeah, man. What was y'all thoughts on the eclipse, man? Dude, like I said, man, it's so much shit didn't happen in this last 7 days, man.
I think
I was asleep, y'all.
You missed it?
You sound like my boy, bro. I got the funniest story about the eclipse. My boy was not into the eclipse, fell asleep, woke up, looked out the window and saw it during the darkness, jumped up and tried to put an order in at Sharks before the kitchen closed. Bruh, when I tell you I lost it, he didn't know what was going on. He thought it was 8:30 or whatever, and it was about to be dark. But for me, it was way more dope than I thought it was going to be. Because I had to DJ in an event. So I was DJing an Eclipse event out in Trotwood at Camp Trotwood for my guys. And they had a couple of food trucks. Mayor came out, police came out, kids. It was a nice event. My family came out, and to have my family there experiencing that, all of us together, and everybody, like my business partners had their families. Like that's what made it super, super dope. Like it felt like old Trotwood for us because we all from there. So back in the day, Trotwood was really, really GM heavy, and everybody was, doing something in Trotwood. So it was way better than I thought it was going to be.
Just letting y'all know, everybody's story is going to make me feel worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, man, I thought it was pretty cool. I was kind of excited for it. Obviously, something that we might not ever see again. It's supposed to be like, 20, 30 years going to happen again. So it might not be here no more. But, got a chance to see it. I was on the phone with my mom and my grandmother while they was watching it up in Cleveland. So it was pretty cool.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
Y'all had the glasses. Did nobody?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some people believe in the eye or the sun gazing. It was just like getting the energy.
They was raw dogging it, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
In about 6 months when them niggas walking around.
Yeah.
Fucking holes in their retina, nigga.
Right.
Shit, man. Last one before we check in with Flan with all the music and the merch. And I know we got a project getting ready to drop, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Meg and Glow, they got a new challenge out, the Wanna Be Challenge. Now, that shit came across my timeline about 1,000,000 times, and all I seen was a whole lot of action and a whole lot of ass. So
Your
shout out to
algorithm,
Meg.
you horny boy. You gotta switch up your algorithms.
Nah, shit. That's how mine got too. Them shit.
I be having to trick my algorithms, man.
It's fixed now. It's back to what it's supposed to be: sneakers, basketball, and rap music. But for like 2 days, it was nothing but ass. I was like, damn. I only like one pick.
That's all the X is for now, baby. Shouts to the X, baby.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Mine be like that just on a normal.
Right. I can't open Twitter walking around. I can't open Twitter walking around Walmart. People will judge me.
Yeah, hey, that explore page on Instagram, it's like, man, it just knows me. It just knows.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man. Flam, new project coming out, man. The 420 joint. What's popping?
Yeah, I just dropped a project on March 29th called Playmaker. It's a 9-track project, all produced by my bro EQ the Misfit. Up tempo, kind of, get some money, kind of motivational, entrepreneurial type vibe. But yeah, on 420, I'm coming with a new project called Hyconic 2. I was going through the process of making the album, and I thought that the first little EP I did kind of related to this was called Hycon. So the whole time, instead of saying Hyconic 2 on the album, I'm smoking so much bud, I'm saying Hyconic, just like number 1. So when I get to the last song, I realized the last project was called Hyconic also. So this is actually Hyconic 2, but I'm not saying 2 the entire time because I thought it was 1. So yeah, it's a
Shouts out to issue 2.
yes, man. I'm so
Can I
happy.
get some
This is like,
class, Dizzle?
yeah,
Can I get
man.
some
Yeah.
class?
Dizzle ain't fucking with us on that. He like, yeah, whatever. As long as it doesn't spill over into the effects of my properties I'm getting rid of, we're all right. So yeah, man. This is like it's the first legal 420. I feel like I'm the first weed rapper from Dayton. And we can, go back and forth about that if anybody disputes me, but I'm pretty sure it's proof in the pudding. Like, other than Nove, shouts out to Nove, like, nobody rapped about this too much.
Yeah.
So it's a big deal with me feeling like I got to go claim my sound and my lane and my jurisdiction just with me being the face of a certain type of culture. So it's a story about just my whole journey in being involved in the weed in just my life of smoking. So it's a cool little documented type of soundtrack for your day. You know what I mean?
No. Not a merch. You always got merch, man. Talk about the merch.
Always got
We
merch.
get the merch.
We got the new stuff behind me. I got a pop up at Arena on 420. Make sure everybody pull up to that. The night of 420 Saturday this weekend. I'm gonna be at Arena with new merch, new hats.
What time is the pop up at Arena on Saturday?
9 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna have new merch, new hats, new clothing. Actually, clothing on hand. I've been doing clothing pre-sale only, but I'm gonna have some few pieces on hand for this. So if you can, man, pull up on me. We're gonna have some, still some stuff on sale on my socials. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Flamborghini DYT, Facebook Flamborghini Gallardo. You hit me on the inbox, whatever's in stock, we definitely can get it to you, whether it's local delivery or shipping. So new merch in, new music coming out. I got a interview with Peso dropping, kind of like covering my journey in weed, also on 420 on the Dreamers Welcome podcast. So shouts out to him. I'm just getting back out here, man. Like, it's about to get warm outside. I want to drop music every month till the end of the summer. So I'm about to just feed the people right quick. I got some clean music I got to send to Nash to get on the local show again. We about to do an interview for the project as well. So
send to me. Working. I got a few proms this year. I need it.
Okay, I got you.
Shouts out to everybody checking in with us on Instagram. Shouts out to everybody checking us out on YouTube as well as Facebook. We always appreciate the love, man. It's been one hell of a podcast. We got to a whole bunch of topics in our allotted time.
Yes.
We read through a lot of shit. We appreciate Flam for stopping through.
Yes,
you can't make this up podcast, Kev Nash.
DJ Killer Kev.
Hey, Dizzle.
We out till next week.
Peace.
West side.